Hey, all my friends in the Welcoming Love community. I wanted to create a quick video for you today, give you a couple of quick thoughts as you prepare for your weekend. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I was talking with a client very recently, in fact, and she had an experience that I thought would be really valuable and give you something to think about going forward. She has been doing some amazing work in the last, I don't know, several months, even a year, in fact, and she's made amazing progress. She is right on the cusp of greatness. I fully expect some good things coming for her very, very soon. She's in such a good place right now. She has a ongoing situation with one person. She's got about 7 different men pursuing her all at one time right now. It's pretty impressive, actually. And one of these guys, wanted to tell you about this experience. One of them reached out to her. He wanted to get to know her. He wanted to find out more about her. So he actually started like asking her all these great questions. And he said, what is it that you're looking for? He said, are you looking for a relationship, or are you just dating? And she said, well, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm actually in a really good place. I'd love to share that with someone. And he's like, okay, great. And so like he gets to the next question and he says, so what are you looking for? Is it going to be like you want open dating, or you want like monogamy? Is that something you're into? And she said, I think monogamy is what I'm really after right now. And so he's like she could see that he was like sort of auditioning her and testing her every step of the way, which is actually kind of funny because that's a feminine response would be to test, but this is a guy who is sort of testing her into putting her in the bonus round, essentially. And then he asks her, well, tell me about your attachment style, which, again, I love the fact that he even knows about an attachment style, which is fantastic, and my client absolutely does, because it's something that we've talked about, and that's one of the benefits of doing this coaching. And by the way, if you're not familiar with attachment styles, there is a great book called Attached. I totally recommend that you check it out. Some powerful stuff in it. Powerful insights. And basically there's 3 main attachment styles, and it's about secure, anxious, avoidant, and you kind of figure out where you are on that sort of where you fall in that order, and figure out what's your natural style and where you are. It's based on stuff from your past. It's a really good piece of information to know and process as you're out there dating. So that's an aside. But so my client says to him, well, it's really interesting. I'm glad you asked the question. But she said, I've got a little bit of all of them. There are times when I'm actually, I think secure is my main one, but then there's times when I get a little anxious depending on what's going on. And there have been times in the past where I've even been avoidant. And at this point, it's like you could almost hear this pin drop, right? Because he's like, oh, you're avoidant, huh? And he says, my last relationship was an avoidant. And man, that really messed me up for a while. He's like, I can't have any avoidance in my life. And it was almost like click. He almost like hung up the phone as soon as he said, oh, avoidant, I'm out. And it was actually really kind of funny, because the truth of the matter is what I said to her, and I had to point this out. You could take that line that he said, oh, I can't have an avoidant, I'm out. You could actually put that in a file under crap avoidant people say. So here he is putting on her that she's the avoidant one, when meanwhile he couldn't run fast enough as soon as he felt like, oh, she might not respond or reciprocate in the way I want. So who's the avoidant one here? Her or this guy? And look, I wanted to just put that out there, because here's the thing. I don't know, maybe you've had this experience too, where other people take their unhealed, unresolved stuff and then try to lay it at your feet and try to put it onto you. But the truth of the matter is, like, if I'm going to put my money on someone, it's going to be on her, not this guy. He couldn't run far enough, fast enough as soon as he heard the word avoidant, because he hasn't done any work to heal it. And so, look, if you ever have this, the thought that I want to leave you with here is that it is always your job to define you. You never give that job to anybody else. That guy doesn't get the right. He doesn't know you well enough to be able to define you. And so he doesn't get to smear you with his unresolved stuff. So that's the thought I want to leave you with this weekend. And, we're right here at the cusp of a weekend. It's a Friday. I hope you have something amazing planned so that you're out there, creating a life you love, and so that makes you even more magnetic and attractive to people that would be interested in stepping into this amazing life you're creating. So leave me a note. Let me know if this has happened to you before. Let me know if you have any thoughts on it. Let me know if you got something great happening this weekend. I'd love to hear about it. And as always, I am really pleased to be able to here to support you and help you to welcome love into your life. So I'll see you again with our next video. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing weekend.